Hello, Senator. Thank you for coming. My name is Luke Savage. I work in the Information Services Department, and I help support some of the stuff you've seen today. Given that most technologies that we've seen here and a lot of the technology and therapy that underpins the medical industry begins with research at academic institutions or research in hospitals like this, I just want to ask, what's going to happen to the funding for research programs in universities across the nation, be it a new technology or a new sort of cell therapy, if you are elected president?
I think obviously we have to encourage it and we have to fund it. But it brings up a larger issue, if I could share with you for a minute. And by the way, you don't have to give back the microphone until I am confident that you are satisfied with my response. One of the things about these gatherings is it's one thing for you to stand up and ask a question, and then I give you an answer that may not satisfy the question that you have. So I'd like to have you hang on the microphone. I'm sure that I'll totally satisfy whatever, but I think we need to fund it, and I think we need this to be this incredible technology and what they're doing at Miami Children's Hospital and what they're doing at the Moffitt Institute, and we've got to knit all that together. But one of the problems I see in Washington today is there's a competition, and I think Dr. Sussman would agree with me. There's a competition for funds, which sometimes is dependent upon the political influence of the groups or individuals or cause or technology that they want funded, as opposed to, frankly, a objective view. And there's never enough money. We know there's never enough money to fund cancer research. There's never enough money to do these things. So rather than have it decided, in all due respect, by my colleagues in Congress, I'd like to see a group of Americans appointed by the president who are the best in their business, whether it be doctors, whether it be nurses, whether it be the technicians, the ones who know about the technology, and objective scientific opinion and knowledge, so that they can say, okay, here's our first priority for funding, here's our second, here's our third, here's our fourth. One, it would save people a lot of travel expense back and forth to our nation's capital, but more importantly, I think that all of us could be better served in the funding and the much needed research, treatment, information technology, by getting the smartest people in America together and have them make the recommendations. Now, maybe Congress wouldn't always follow those recommendations, but at least we'd have a basis for our funding, rather than people literally coming to Washington with their hand out and trying to have precedence or priority over other much-needed funding as well for other causes. Do you see my point?
Yes, I do, and I count myself as a researcher who lost their funding, so I understand what you're saying about the way that it would change, and I think that. And I
think maybe you would have been satisfied more if you knew that there was a most qualified people in America to make judgments that were recommending that you not receive that funding, rather than a process that, frankly, is opaque at best. You see?
Yes, I agree. I think that would be an excellent change.
Thank you. Goodbye.